Here is my 1971 refurbished in 1978 GPO 722 Trimphone in the two-tone blue colour. Now the Trimphone actually had an acronym in its name, and that stood for Tone Ringing Illuminator Model Phone, because basically the dial would glow in the dark. Behind this number backplate here there's a chemical glass-filled tube, and that would glow bright green in the dark, which would shine up through those numbers and give you enough light to enable you to dial out a telephone number in the dark without having to turn a light on. And that was known to be radioactive, apparently. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, it's just what I've heard in the past. But the Trimphone was also iconic because it had an electronic ringer, which was a very new thing at the time. Nearly all phones had just bells basically, so to have an electronic ringtone was very luxurious and a new feature. And it's quite a stylish modern phone really, even for today's standards in my opinion. It still looks stylish and modern. I just love the look of this handset, it's so 70s, it just looks really cool. So I did convert this myself, and I managed to find a line cord which was just like the original. As you can see, it has the, oops, I can stretch it out here, the partially coiled cord at the end there, which has the BT plug on the end. The original line cord was just like that one. As you can see, the partially coiled cord at the end with the GPO terminal block, with the straight rounded line cord as well. And that was because it allowed you to walk around with the phone. Because they were so light and compact, the switch hook also was used as a carrying handle, as you can see, so you could carry the phone around. So that's why they made the cord on the line cord coiled, so it gives you that extra stretch. So anyway, here it is. It's in really nice shape. There's no sun damage into it at all. A lot of these two-tone blue Trimphones tend to go green after a while, but this one has survived the times. I'm really pleased with it. So there's the handset. It's of course a darker colour to the base, like all Trimphones were. There's the receiver, and there's the microphone. Well, the microphone's actually situated here, but that's the grills that you talk into. The noise travels up a little plastic tube here to the transmitter. Like I said, there's the switch hook. Here's the dial, which is a little bit offset compared to a 746 dial, or any of the older GPO phones. I did adjust it and lubricate it, so it's running nice and smooth, as you can see. The Trimphones did have a habit of moving about when you're dialing them because they're so small and light. They did actually, like I said, offset the dial, so the number 2's at the top there, as you can see on this 746 here, the number 3's at the top. So they offset it a little bit on the Trimphone to alleviate the moving about when you're dialing it, which it still moved about anyway, but never mind. So on the side here is a ringer adjustment. You've got loud, you've got a crescendo setting, got soft, and then there's off altogether. Now from the factory set you couldn't turn it off, you have to unscrew a little screw on the circuit board there, which allows you to select the off position. So that's what I did, because I'm quite rebellious like that. And to remove the case to access the internals, you just have to unscrew that one screw there, and you can get to everything inside. So here's the base, all the feet are intact. There's the GPO stamp from when it was rented at the post office. So it's 722, TCH was the manufacturer that made it. 1971's the original date, but it was refurbished, like I said, in 1978. And there's the little electronic ringer there. So there you have it. Like I said, I converted this myself and I've polished it up, but apart from that it's fine. The receiver and the transmitter have perfect clarity really. It is an original carbon one as well, so that's quite good. So I'll dial it out for you now so you can see it working. There's the dial tone. So as you can see, it dials out just fine. So I'll ring it for you now so you can hear the very shrill electronic cricket ringer. I will show you the different settings, but it'll be very difficult to pick it up on camera. You can tell in real life, but anyway. Call home.
Calling home.
So it's on loud at the moment. So there you go. Very shrill. I love that ringtone. It's so iconic. Almost as can't even speak. Almost as iconic as the bell ringtone. But anyway, there we go. There's my two-tone blue 1971 refurbished 78 GPO 722 Trimphone. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again very soon.